Dear students, in the last class we have seen some of the basic postulates of Boolean algebra and also the principle of dualities. So we had stated, starting with a Boolean relationship, another Boolean relationship can be derived by changing each AND to or to and by replacing 0 by 1 and 1 by 0. In this class, we'll be having a look on other basic theorems. So before moving to the next theorem, first we need to get introduced with a concept called proof by perfect induction. Now, as you already know, in the mathematics, when we are trying to prove something, we'll use some methods to prove it. Similarly, because theorems are used here, the theorems are being proved by a method called as perfect induction method. Now, what does this method stand for? It's a method of proving the Boolean theorems by substituting all the possible values of the variable and hence proving it. Now, what do you mean by all the possible values of a variable? Now, we are dealing with a Boolean algebra. A Boolean algebra deals with the Boolean variable or binary quantitative variables. These binary quantitative variables can store only two values, that is either 0 or 1. So, in the first case, we'll be substituting the value called 0 and cross verifying it. In the second case, we'll be substituting the value as 1 and we'll be cross verifying it. So, let us move to the first theorem, that is properties of zeros and ones. Now, what does the properties of zeros and ones stands for? Now, it is nothing but when a 0 is added with something, what will happen? When a 0 is multiplied with something, what will happen? Similarly, when the 1 is added with something, what will happen? And the 0 is multiplied with something, what will happen? We will see in this properties of zeros and ones. These are the four properties. So, two properties will be belonging to zeros with the addition and the multiplication, and two properties will be belonging to ones, that is by addition and again by multiplication. So, as you already know, addition is being implemented by the logic gate called as OR. So, the circuit diagram, this we will be calling as circuit diagram. So, the circuit diagram consists of an OR gate when we are drawing the circuit representation of this particular expression. Now, what are these expressions? In the A, we have 0 added with x will produce 0. So, now what it is? So, whatever the value of x will be, that will be the value of the expression. We will take it into the proof, okay, later on. So, drawing it, there are two inputs which are present at the right hand side of the expression, and the left hand side has only one variable. So, left hand side is the output, what is will get it, okay, right hand side will be the output, what you are getting it from the expression. So, left hand side is the expression what has been given as input. So, input is having two variables, one is 0, another is x. So, two inputs will be there for OR gate because we are performing addition. 0 and 1 will be the input values. So, input values will be given, the output will be x that you are seeing in the expression. These are theorems, we will prove it one by one. So, 1 plus x is nothing but 1. So, 1 added with anything will result into 1 always. So, as you know by the properties of zeros and ones or the relational theorems what you have seen, addition relation, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is also 1. So, anything that is added with 1 is always 1. So, 1 plus x will be equal to 1. So, the value is given. So, the addition is implemented by the OR gate. So, we have x and y are the two inputs if we consider two different variables, but here we are having with the theorem 1 and x. So 1 and x will be the input line. So 1 is constant over here. X will change its value because x being a Boolean variable, it can take up 0 or 1 as its value. So then we have result or the output of the logic gate is always 1 because of the expression. So 0 multiplied by anything is always 0. So two input lines are there. Dot is nothing but logical multiplication. The logical multiplication is implemented by AND. This is the circuit diagram for the AND operation. So 0 multiplied by x produces 0 as its output. This is the circuit diagram. So next one is 1 multiplied by x is equals to x. So 1 multiplied by, okay, multiplication is implemented by AND is nothing but x. So anything multiplied by, okay, 1 is that thing itself. So we will say it one by one. Now we have already seen the truth table, how to write the truth table. Here we will be seeing the truth table one by one. For the A, there are two values in the inputs, 0 and x. 0 is always constant, so it will not change. X is a binary variable. So how many variables do we have? Only one variable we have, but whereas 0 will be considered as constant. So only one variable, so it will be 2 to the power 1. So 2 to the power 1 is 2 itself. So x can take up two values, that is 0 and 1. So let us see it. 0 is a constant over here. So it remains 0 for all the possible combination of x. X being a binary quantity variable, in the expression there is only one variable. So R is been result. So x can take up 0 and 1 as its value. So now let us add the input combination. We will get the result R. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So that is nothing but the result R, where all the values of R are matching with x. So hence we are proving this theorem of properties of zeros and ones by the help of a truth table. So hence this condition is been satisfied. So for the second one, 1 is constant and x is a variable. So 1 will be kept constant. So 1 will be the combination for all the possible values of x. X being a binary variable, there is only one variable in the expression, as you can see. So 0 and 1 will be the combination of x. So R will be the result. So addition will be done here. 0 plus 1 will be 1, or 1 plus 0 will be 1. Whatever you take, left to right or right to left, doesn't make any difference in the addition. 1 plus 1 is also 1. So the result is always 1, which is matching with the constant value called 1. So x added with 1 is always 1, that is proved by the truth table. Now for the third one, 0 and x. 0 is constant and x is a variable, a binary quantity variable. A single variable can take two values, 0 and 1. 0 will be constant for all the inputs of x. So now multiplication has to be done because dot operator is there. 0 multiplied by 0 is 0. 0 multiplied by 1 is 0. So it is satisfying with the column of the constant. So anything multiplied by 0 is, or x multiplied by 0 is 0. That is the theorem proved. Now the next one is 1 multiplied by x is equals to x. So whatever the value of x will be there, that will be the resultant. X can be 0 or x can be 1. So 1 is constant, x is binary quantity variable, 0 and 1 will be its input. Multiplication has to be done. 1 multiplied by 0 is 0. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. So R is matching with x. So anything multiplied by 1 is that thing itself, or 1 multiplied by anything is that thing itself. So hence we are proving this with the help of truth table. So now next we will move to the whether any of the value in the truth table is going to satisfy tautology or fallacy or not. Have a look. Tautology is an expression where the resultant of the Boolean expression will be always 1 for any possible combinations of input. Whereas the fallacy is the expression which consists of the output as 0 for any combination of its input signal. By this truth table, we can see that all the 4 properties are been proved, but we can see 1 plus x is always 1, which is implementing tautology, and 0 multiplied by x is 0, which is implementing fallacy. So in B, both the values, that is 0 and 1, odd, that is added with 1, produces output as 1. So this is 1 mark solution. Prove that 1 plus x is a tautology. So how will you prove it? By using the truth table. 1 will be the constant value, okay, like this, and x will take up 2 values, 0 and 1. You will be proving that the resultant is always 1 when it has been added with the input signal. So 0 added with 1 produces 1, 1 added with 1 produces 1. So always it is 1. So hence proved. So by the truth table, you can prove it. Now, how does the fallacy is implemented? You can see that in the property C, anything multiplied by 0 is always 0. So both the values 0 and 1 added with 0 produces the output as 0. So x multiplied by, or x and y when it has been done, but here the concept that we have taken is 0 multiplied by x. So that is 0 and x will be considered to be 0, that is fallacy. To move on, we will be proving these properties of zeros and ones by the help of proof by perfect induction method. So now, as I already told you, proof by perfect induction method is a way of substituting all the possible values of a given variable. Now, considering property number A from the properties of zeros and ones, we have 0 plus x is equals to x. How many variables do you find at the left hand side? Only one variable, that is a binary quantity variable. So if I consider x value to be 0, assuming that x value will be 0, then LHS will be 0 plus x. Already you know x value is 0, so it is 0 plus 0. X value has been substituted as 0, so it becomes 0 plus 0 is 0, which is nothing but the value of x, that is nothing but RHS. This is how you will prove it. So first you will take the possible value of a variable, that is x being 0, then you will take the LHS and then you will substitute the value of x. Whatever the operation is there, you will perform it. Okay, as you know already the relationship, how you need to perform OR relationship, AND relationship, that is addition, you know how to do it, and multiplication, you know how to do it. So we'll be doing it like that only. Then, because the value of x is taken as only 0, now in the next expression, the same value of the A, that is 0 plus x is equals to x. Now the time is to substitute the value of x is equals to 1. When we substitute the value of x is equals to 1, before that we will take the RHS. The RHS value is 0 plus x, substitute the value of x, 0 plus 1, so that is the value of x, 0 plus 1 is equals to 1, as you already know. So that is nothing but the value of x, what we have taken over here, that is nothing but the RHS. Okay, so this is how we will be proving. Take the left hand side expression, Before taking the left hand side expression, assume the value of a variable as 0, then take the left hand side, substitute the value of assumed variable, perform the operation, get the result, match the result with the RHS. Similarly, take the next value of variable what you have not taken in the first substitution, that is if you have taken it 1 here, it will be 0 here. We have taken 0 over here, so the value of x will be 1. So then take the LHS part, substitute the value of assumed variable into the expression, perform the operation, addition or multiplication, whatever it is, match with the resultant value, that is the value of RHS. So now taking the next example, try it out by yourself, pause the video and try it out. So we have the expression as 1 plus x is equals to 1. Substitute the value of x. If I assume the value of x is equals to 0, then LHS will be 1 plus x. Substitute the value of x. So 1 plus 0, that is 0 is the value of x substituted. Perform the addition. 1 plus 0 is 1. That is nothing but RHS that you have got over here. Take the next value of x. If the value of x is equals to 1, then take the LHS part. LHS is equals to 1 plus x. Then substitute the value of x, that is x being 1. Perform the operation, that is addition over here. 1 plus 1 is nothing but 1. That is nothing but the RHS. This is how we will prove the values of the variables. Proving the properties of 0 with the multiplication. That's the theorem number C in the properties of zeros and ones. Take the value of LHS. Before taking the value of LHS, first assume the value of x is equals to 0. Then LHS value is 0 multiplied by x. Write it down. Then substitute the value of x, whatever you have assumed. X value is substituted as 0 because we have assumed the value of x is equals to 0. So 0 multiplied by 0 is 0. That is nothing but the RHS that you can see. Next is substitute the value of x is equals to 1. Then take the RHS. Substitute the value of x into the statement of LHS. Then you will get 0 multiplied by 1. Perform the operation. As you know, 0 multiplied by anything is 0. That is nothing but the value of RHS. So why do we take x as 0 and 1 over here? Because x is a binary variable. A binary variable can take two values, either 0 or 1 at a time, not both at a time. Moving to the next property, that is properties of zeros and ones with respect to the multiplication. The expression is 1 multiplied by x is equals to x. First substitute the value of x is equals to 0, then take the LHS part. LHS is 1 multiplied by x. Substitute the value of x, that is 0. 1 multiplied by 0 will be the expression now. Perform the operation. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0, where 0 is nothing but the value of x, that is nothing but the RHS part what you are proving. Then assume the value of x is equals to 1. Then take the LHS, that is 1 multiplied by x. Next you take the substitution value of x, that is 1 multiplied by 1. As you know, 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. That is the value of x that you have assumed it. That is nothing but the RHS. This is called as proof by perfect induction method. By the help of these properties, that is properties of zeros and ones, here we can observe that B and C are devils of others, that is each other, and A, D are duals of each other. What do you mean by dual? The dual of a expression is obtained by changing AND to OR to AND, replacing 0 by 1 and 1 by 0, that is principle of duality. So the duals are given over here. Expression A and D will consider first. Expression A in the properties of zeros and ones is 0, added with x is x. So dual is 0 replaced, it will become 1, it will be replaced by 1, plus will be replaced by dot, that is OR is replaced by AND, x will be kept as it is equals to as it is, x as it is. So that is dual of A. This condition is satisfied. You need to remember all these properties by heart, okay, because these properties are later on used in the solution of the or evaluation of the expressions. Next is B and C. The B expression is 1 multiplied by x is equals to x. The dual of B is 1 replaced, it will become 0, and replaced, it will become OR, x will be as it is equals to will be as it is, x will be as it is again. So that is their dual of each other. So these are the 4 properties of zeros and ones. You should remember there are 2 properties with addition, 2 properties with multiplication. There are totally 2 properties with 0, 1 with addition, 1 with the multiplication. 2 properties of ones with the multiplication 1 and the division, with the addition 1. So next we'll move to the second law after the properties of zeros and ones, that is idempotence law. The idempotence law states that when a variable is combined with itself, that means it can be added with itself or multiplied with itself, that is using OR AND operator, the output is same. That is x can be added with x can be multiplied with x, it will be always x itself. Let us see the expression. With the OR, x plus x is equals to x. With the AND, x into x is equals to x. Drawing of the circuit diagram for this, there are 2 inputs in the left hand side. So always you should consider left hand side as the input variables and right hand side as the output value. So x are the inputs at the both the ends. 2 input lines are there, x and x. They are added together. Addition is implemented by OR gate. The output is x. Drawing the circuit diagram for the second idempotence law. 2 input lines are there or signals are there. Both are x and x. The output is x, but the inputs are multiplied. Multiplication is represented by AND. Let us prove this idempotence law with the help of truth table and with the help of proof by perfect induction method. First we'll prove this theorem by the help of truth table. For A, x and x is equals to x. So x added with x is equals to x. How many variables do you find? There is only one variable in the entire expression, that is called as x. How many combination will have? 2 to the power 1 combination, that is totally 2 combinations. So x being variable, it can take up 0 and 1. So there are 2 values with the same input. So we have taken or repeated once more. So it is 0 and 1 in the next input line also. What we are performing? We are performing addition. 0 plus 0 is 0. That is nothing but x, what you can see. 1 plus 1 is 1. That is nothing but the value of x, what you can see. So hence this is proving the idempotence law with the OR by the help of truth table. Now let us prove with the help of AND operation. Similarly, at the left hand side you have x multiplied by x. How many combinations you will have? Only one combination, because there is only one variable called x. So inputs will be 0 and 1. Same input will be repeated for the multiplication. What you can see in the expression, multiplication, 0 multiplied by 0 is 0. 1 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1. So that is the value of x, what you can see in the respected combination. Now proof by perfect induction method for the idempotence law. X plus x is equals to x, that is the expression for the OR. Let us assume the value of x is equals to 0 and then take the LHS part. The LHS part is x plus x. Now substitute the value of x, that is nothing but 0. What do you have assumed? So it is 0 plus 0. By the addition, you know 0 plus 0 is nothing but 0. 0 is the combination that you have given for the x. So that is nothing but x. That is nothing but proving with the RHS, right hand side value. Assume the value of x is equals to 1. Then the left hand side will be x plus x. Replace the values of x by the assumed value. 1 plus 1, that is equals to 1. That is equals to the value of x that you have assumed, that is equals to RHS, hence proved. The next idempotence law proved by perfect induction method is the ANDed value. So x and x is equals to x. Assume the value of x is equals to 0. Then take the LHS part. LHS is equals to x into x. Substitute the value of x as 0. Then it will be 0 multiplied by 0. That is equals to 0. That is equals to the value of x, what we have assumed. That is equals to the RHS value, that is resulting in the expression. Take the next combination for the x as 1. Then take the LHS part, x multiplied by x. Substitute the value of x. 1 multiplied by 1. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, which is the value of x. That is nothing but the RHS that you need to prove it. The next law, that is third law, involution law, among the basic theorems of Boolean algebra, is when a variable or complemented variable is complemented twice, it will produce the value of uncomplemented variable. So x double bar is equals to x. So x is the input that is given by the input line. The NOT gate is being used because we are implementing bar over here. So x is been barred, you will get it x bar. For that we will bar it again by using another NOT gate. So then you will get it as x double bar as the input over here. The resultant is 2 bars over it will get cancelled, you will get an uncomplemented variable. Let us prove this involution law by the help of truth table. So we have x as only the input. So input will be 0 and 1. The complemented value of the input is 1 and 0. That is 0 will be inverted, it will become 1. 1 it will be inverted, it will become 0. As you know already, you have learnt in the truth table. Then inverted value is inverted again, that is x double bar. 0 which has inverted to 1, now it will be inverted, it becomes 0 again. 1 which was inverted has become 0, now again it will be inverted, it will become 1. That is nothing but the original value of x. So x double bar is equals to x. So that's all for today's class. In the next class, we'll be exploring the complementarity